そしてごめんなさい。もうこんな家には一秒もいたくない。体中の傷跡ことで隠して真夜中の街を一人走り出した。交わした約束、大人になった時助けに来るから。桜が咲く前の た時鈍い音が響いた。殴られるパパと悲鳴を上げるまま、大人になった時助けに来るから。大好きな顔が私の手を取った。
It's really the only existing dub of the show I could find, so we have two options. We can either watch it how the Japanese intended, or watch it how four drunk white guys in an attic intended. I think my choice is obvious. The show kicks off with some girls fighting the dumbest looking aliens I've ever seen. They suck, by the way. I mean, look at this.
Oh!
That is, until our lead protagonist arrives to save the day, Tommy, who promptly gets beat up and hospitalized. This is one of the lamest and most slow-paced fight scenes you and I are going to see for a long time. It's actually awkward how quiet and muffled everything is as this puppet monster goes to give Tommy a titty twister. While in the America version, you got Power Rangers music, you got monster noises, you got stuff like this.
Tommy!
I'm having a blast at this point, so I kept it pushing. After the battle, Tommy ends up hospitalized and having flashbacks of his past where they copy Evangelion, but in the fight, his girlfriend's brain has been damaged. It appears that to preserve her life, they have to replace her brain with that of a dolphin. My heart dropped at this point because I realized that I had almost no fucking clue what was actually going on and would have to switch to the normal version. Now that I understand what's going on, the story explains AST, Anti-Unidentified Ancient Special Team, Defenders of Earth, composed of the best martial artists, swordsmen, and gun people, and Tommy, who is just in high school. That's the thing that the narrator thinks of. That's the only thing they can say. He's not really good at anything. They don't even know why he's on the team. This is boring. Let's see how the dub is doing.
AST is made up from people taken from various police.
Yolanda better get an intro.
The gang is on their way to some research center to transport shards from the broken spaceship that popped in the beginning. But a car explodes! The ancients try to hijack this car, I guess, and this big guy shows up, so Tommy shows up, and then Tommy runs to get the bad guy, and the bad guy, well, I guess Tommy's out again. Things are looking grim. The monster is just standing there, and Tommy has to save everyone with a brand new plasma rifle that can only fire one shot. Luckily, the monster doesn't really seem to be putting anyone in danger, it just really likes choking people. Wham! Tommy aces the monster in one shot and the day is saved. But then it's revealed that the ancients are actually Martians. But then it's also revealed that the Martians are the true Earthlings all along, all in a triumphant twist to really confuse— wait, that's the end? There's no other episodes, it just ends there. One episode was enough. The show is extremely awkward. There's next to no sense of realism in any of the scenes, and there's an immense amount of silence just drowning out any sort of cinematic impression that the show could have been trying to leave on you. Not only that, but the
っているから木漏れ今始まる見上げた空何かが待っているから パパママありがとう、そしてごめんなさい。もうこんな家には一秒もいたくない。体中の傷跡コートで隠して真夜中の街を一人走り出した。した約束、大人になった時助けに来るから。桜が咲く前の晩、あの場所で待ってる。誰もいない街はまるで自分だけが置いてかれたようだ。こんなちっぽけな約束の中に瞳を閉じて時を見つめてた。追いかけるいつかの声、形なくなったような隠した寂しさが涙とめぐる輝きに溢れないこの日を名付けたくはなかった手探りで探し出る時を流れていく足がどこかを重ねる心が確かに
the dialogue is like reading the back of a pill bottle. Just shut up. Which is what made switching to the dub so entertaining. Literally any time the Japanese version started boring me, I could just immediately switch to the dub and have fun. I loved watching this. Weirdly, it also magnified how absurd a lot of normal anime scenes are too. The way they highlight grunts and intentionally make pauses in sentences awkward translates to other shows. Like, yeah, realistically, the constant are pretty dumb. Rating my overall enjoyment, I give this a 7 out of 10. Would sort of recommend. The original Japanese version would be like torture. The story is beyond boring. It's not even really funny, ironically, like other shows on this list. But if you can switch back and forth like myself, or just watch the fan dub, which is 100% on YouTube, go for it. It's only 20 minutes long. The city is in great peril. Girls around the country have been disappearing, but that's not important. Look at this stupid idiot.
You'll have to forgive me.
For what?
I can't offer you anything to
You
drink.
bitch!
I can't get
You
out of
useless
bed.
Oh, that's all right.
Early on, I began to take note of how bad the voice acting is. There's not really a lot of emotion in these lines, just words.
You should get some sleep.
Okay, why are we paused for so long?
No!
Huh?
I can't fall asleep. I'll die.
What are you talking about?
That is
You
the most
died a long time
relatable
ago.
response.
What?
The girl is a ghost or something and tries to kill the edgy guy, but the edgy guy's like, trust me, it'll be cool. The guy real good once and he's out. So fast forward to the next day. Hyoi randomly asks Ayumi's best friend if he can walk her home. On the way, she says this.
Well, there's sure been a lot of strange things happening lately. I'm not saying that's her fault, but if I may...
This man redeemed himself in the form of a proposal, a month after the internet shamed him for eating a Kit Kat bar the wrong way. It started when Haley Bird handed her now fiance an extra candy bar.
I look back and he's taken like this massive like Jaws shaped bite out of the Kit Kat, and I just thought it was hilarious, so I had to tweet about it.
Enter the internet.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Well, I learned very quickly when I started reading the comments how like strongly people felt about this.
Not only did Evan get flack for his bite, Haley was encouraged to end the relationship over it.
I mean, Jake Tapper, of course, was like the most notable. He commanded me to break up with him at once, which I chose not to do.
Good thing, because fast forward a month, the pair is engaged. Evan staged a photo shoot with the couple's loved ones, and a little surprise from the candy company itself.
And then I just like grab her hands and look her in the eyes, and her family's all watching us, and they're just like waiting for this to happen. And I just pull out this Kit Kat bar, and she just looks really confused.
Inside the wrapper was a 3D printed fake Kit Kat bar holding a fake ring. The couple celebrated later at a candy-themed party.
I've learned that breaking them apart is better because you get to share them.
You're so smart.
I'm Kelly Nealon for InsideEdition.com.
A former tennis coach at Red Rock Country Club says she was fired because of her biracial children.
And now she's suing. Fox 5's Christopher Redfern's live in studio tonight to share their story.
Carmel Maryhill was fired from her position as a tennis coach way back in 2016, and today she was finally able to file a lawsuit against Red Rock Country Club for racial discrimination. Maryhill says the original incident happened more than 2 years ago at the club's annual tennis tournament. Carmel was a coach there, and she had one of her kids with her that day.
I brought her to work, and I guess that a member had a problem with my kid being at work.
But Maryhill says it wasn't just because there was a kid at the club. There's always kids there. This member had a problem with her kid specifically.
Apparently she asked whose black kid is that.
Then took it even further when the member went and complained to management.
I'm okay with them attacking me because I'm an adult and I can handle it, even though it hurts me. But when you attack a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old...
Mama, I'm gonna be drawing you and me on a hill.
Because they're mixed? That's not okay with me.
Less than a week later, Carmel lost her job.
My boss called me in the office and fired me. And I said, what for? And he was really upset about it. And I said, what for? And he said, I don't know. And I said, well, you can't fire someone if you don't know why you're firing them. He said it came from the GM.
Pretty much straight away, she went to the Nevada Equal Rights Commission and filed a complaint. NERC then launched an investigation into the country club.
They found them guilty of discrimination because of color of skin, and they also found them guilty of retaliation because after they fired me and I filed, they got the letter, then they banned me from coming on the premises.
NERC declared Mary Hill had a right to sue. That was last month, and today she filed that lawsuit.
Since the case has come out, I've had people say thank you. I was discriminated against at Red Rock, and I appreciate you standing up for what's right.
Mary Hill and her legal team are seeking full front and back pay, employment benefits, punitive damages, compensatory damages, and coverage for legal costs. Now, we did reach out to Red Rock Country Club today. They haven't responded. Live in studio, Christopher Redfern, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
OC spray isn't my first choice against a knife, but it can be very effective. Hey everybody, welcome to today's lesson here at Active Self-Protection. I'm your host, John Correa. Today's video comes to us from Israel. Everyone should have a less lethal tool on their person in this day and age, and the one that I carry, give to my family, and recommend to everyone is Palm OC. Hit the link in the description and you can get one for you and yours as well. The lady here on camera is talking to our intended victim. Now, I have talked to somebody who knows him, and I haven't been able to talk to the intended victim in particular, but he is a major advocate in Israel for not doing routine circumcision on boys, which is a very minor position in Israel as indeed. And so he is arguing, he has a big sign up, and he's trying to argue to anybody who will listen that they shouldn't circumcise their sons. Now, he is wearing a ballistic vest that is also a stab-rated vest and has a firearm. He has a firearms license in Israel and is armed with a firearm. That's important to what comes here, so let's listen in.
אם אתה לוקח סכין ואתה חותך בעבר מין כזה... מה היה שרמוטה? מאיפה באת? בגרמניה? אתה שומע? איפה באת? בגרמניה? בגרמניה? אני יליד הארץ. אני בן לניצולי שואה. אוי ואבוי, לא נכון. לא נכון. לא, 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 לא. לא, 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 לא. לא, לא סכין, לא סכין. לא סכין. לא סכין. לא סכין. משטרה! משטרה! משטרה!
If you don't speak Hebrew, he's yelling, police, police, and that guy runs off. And he chose not to draw his firearm because he said it would have caused all kinds of problems and there were too many people around. And again, the OC spray ended up being quite effective and driving the guy off. I was not able to find any news stories on this, so I don't know that they ever caught the guy, but thankfully nobody got hurt other than the bad guy getting a snoot full of the hot sauce, and that's where this one ends. So, question for you, do you carry the hot sauce? I hope you do. I carry a firearm everywhere I go, and I still carry OC spray because it can be a very useful tool against non-lethal threats. What about you? So you know I don't get political at Active Self-Protection. I think that self-defense is a right for all people, and I do also think that the right of free speech, especially speech that is not popular in a given community, is something that we should protect. I get it, this is Israel, not the United States, but I do think that somebody having an idea and espousing that idea is no reason for them to be the subject of violence. I think we all ought to respect the fact that everyone is entitled to their opinion and they can voice their opinion however they'd like in the public square, and that's perfectly okay. Let's think about the self-defense aspects from here, though. Thankfully, this guy decided, hey, I know that I could be the subject of violence for this opinion, and therefore he takes appropriate steps to protect himself. So he's talking with this other guy. Guy is upset with him. He calls him all kinds of names. And notice here that he goes with his right hand, and he is picking now. So again, we talk about this at Active Self-Protection all the time. Eyes, hands, waist. Now, if you speak Hebrew, this guy is calling him filthy language, and he's just saying all kinds of utterly ugly things to him, and now he's reaching with his hands. This is a great place to gain some distance right now. There's no reason to stay this close. Now, there is a fisheye lens effect from the camera on this guy's head, but still, a little bit more distance would provide you A little bit more margin for success, and margin for success in self-defense is something that we all desperately want. Now, the knife comes out. Look at how close he is here. Now's the time. Get them out and have them appropriately staged, because otherwise...
Put your hands together!
Damn! Say it again!
What you doing back here? Mufasa! Say it again, feel right in his...
I've just discovered that I may have a son here in this land. How much child support is she getting from? The king pays no child support.
No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy!
Hello, I am Hakim Jaffer, king of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne.
Yes, my son. He's supposed to be like the prince of Wakanda.
Wakanda is a fictional place.
Not to everybody.
Zamunda is a very real nation.
I don't need no handout.
Wait a minute.
All right, I'm gonna pack. Okay, baby.
Presenting King Hakim's son from America.
And my mom's.
And his mom's.
Children, this is your brother.
Hey, Quine. I'm sorry I slept with your man.
This happened before we even met.
It's not like you're the first man I've ever been with.
What did you just say about the other man?
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
I always thought that Mika was going to be queen.
A woman isn't allowed to rule Zamunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Would you dare banish me from my own bedroom?
How you doing, Hakim?
I'm getting it from everywhere. I have upset my family.
You must be strong.
And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
Raise it higher.
I'm a king,
Put your hands together.
Like that.
Say it again!
Give me all.
It's a party over here!
I must admit, your style is far into my kingdom, but it's impressive.
That's right.
There you go.
Let me hear you say, hey, ho.
Hey, ho!
No, don't do that. That's his mother.
Oh.
So how are you liking Timefall so far?
Oh dude, it's amazing. There's only one problem. It's kind of ripping off Apex Legends. There.
息が多く染まり音は今日の海私服を閉じ込めた部屋の中の夜にどこかって見たようなさいつかの景色にさ空を混ぜて歩いた旅の午後の想像か終電の向こう側で目をつむるこらせずなさを旋律に描いたら紡ぐような言葉の中こぼれそうな想いをさ好きを向かいに隠すたびにそこが溶け出して乾くような感情だってどこかいつも流れてさ食い込む
Chris and Amy, the violent confrontation happened inside. Then, found. It's the security video Cindy Seam says she can't bear to watch.
Hearing the video, I think was worse for me, just because remembering that I like screamed when she, threw the coffee at me.
It happened Friday morning at the Spudnuts Donuts in Canoga Park. In the video, the mother here seems to be consoling her daughter before the store owner walks over to the corner table.
Just being loud and wailing, scaring the little girl.
まして強欲中も立つ夢中でカッコつけたら非常ベルが鳴る50歩以上も先歩いてちょっとつぼしたスタイル自由で気分屋の君はどうやったって無視誰にも解けない謎がある吹き出した風に震えてこの迷路をほっといてやれ君が明日は雨かいその目ない光がチカチカ光る目を凝らさなくちゃ未来が変わってしまう前にきっと今をさらってゆく君とじゃなくちゃ未来は変わ
And that's what concerned me.
Seem says the woman is a homeless person who comes into the store from time to time. In the past, she's never been a problem. But on this morning, her behavior scared the crowd. So Seem asked her to leave.
I did.
See you next time.
Customers surround the woman and got her to leave.
To do that to another human being, I think that really infuriates me to see something like that happen. Just out of the blue.
Seam says she'll now be more selective about her open door policy towards the homeless.